The final transformation of BANASES. So let's start with the face, and our goal here is to make him look very bad and evil. And I want him to look like a Super Saiyan 4, but an evil Super Saiyan 4. This is all freehand, guys, all from memory right here. And as I said, we want him to look evil, so we will get him the evil look. And to give him the evil look, we have to draw his eyes very close to his eyebrows, just like Broly's look. Another thing you can do to make the character look very angry is to draw his mouth very close to his nose. So let's move on to the shape of his face. So now we are going to draw his big spark. As you guys know, BANASES has his own haircut. And let's move on to the ears and the neck. And of course, his earrings. There are 2 of them on each ear. And as always, this guy is in a fight, so let's draw him a little damaged. Okay, this looks very good so far. Let's continue with his neck and traps, and then let's move on to the hair. No, I don't forget his pupils. You will see later why I did it like that. So, and now the hair. I have to say that I really like the haircut of this guy. It looks good. And let's move on to his muscles. We want him to look very powerful and massive, so let's draw him like that. And I will give him a light side pose to the left, which means that the left side of his body is positioned to us. So his big shoulders, perfect. And let's continue with his long hair. Okay, now we move on to the rest of his massive body. And remember, we want him to look like a Super Saiyan 4, so let's draw him in this design. And I have to say that the Super Saiyan 4 design is by far the most badass design. What do you think, guys? don't forget to draw his veins and the damaged areas to make him look more angry and powerful. Okay, that looks perfect. Let's continue with his massive and hairy arms. So, and you do the same thing on the right arm. And let's draw the belt. Basically Goku's belt, just in different color, so nothing new here. Oh, and by the way, the pencil which I'm using here is from Faber Castell, 1.5 HB. Okay, we are done with the sketch, and this took me exactly 28 minutes. And I have to say that this looks very good. So let's continue with the inking. And the inking is my favorite part to do, especially the second inking part. And what you have to do while inking is bring your hand to a comfortable position and work very focused and slow. And the pen I'm using here is also from Faber Castell, 0.1 mm. And you can just continue like this for the entire drawing. So guys, now the best part. With this specific inking style, all of your drawings will look real badass, I promise. And what we are going to do now is, we will go over every line with the same pen, but we will leave some thicker lines on the way. Well, and now you may ask, where to do the thicker line? And I have to say that I just go by feel. There is no specific rule where to do the line, so just go by feel. But don't overdo it. And as you can see, it looks already so different if you ink that way. So, and again, bring your hand to a comfortable position, focus, do it slow, and rotate the paper if you want. You can continue just like that for the rest of BANASES. And that was the inking part. It's simple, but not easy. And the inking took me a little bit over 30 minutes. And now we are going to color his hair. And what I'm using here is a Copic Multiliner brush size S. It's equal with the black Copic Ciao marker. And now we will complete the hair with some gray tones. And as you guys know, I use the Copic Ciao markers, and I'm using these markers for a couple of years now, and I'm really happy with them, but I can understand that you guys can't afford them because they are really expensive. But anyways, I am using here C5 now. And now we are adding some highlights with C3. And now we are going to color the eyes with RV29 and add some highlights with R59. So now he looks real evil. And the earrings, of course, with Y28. And now we can continue with the skin. And the first color tone I'm using here is E21. And make sure to leave some white areas. And the next color tone is E31. Okay, and the darkest skin tone will be E33. Perfect. And now I will use the black color pencil to add some highlights. After that, we use a red color pencil for the blood. And let's move on to the neck and traps. This is exactly the same process as the face. We are using the same color tones and the same color pencils here. And now we are going to color his chest and his abs. Make sure to leave here some white areas as well. Still, this is the same process, and I will put all the materials I use for this drawing, including the Copic codes, in the info box. So that's it for the skin. Now we are going to color his belt and his trousers. The colors I'm using for his belt are C3, C5 and C7. And at the end, you can blend everything with C3. Okay, it's time for his trousers. And the colors I'm using here are B93, B95 and B97. Let's start with B93. And finally, we can continue with the fur. So, and for me, evil equals darkness. And because of that, we are going to color his fur with some darker color tones. And the first color that I'm using here is BV31, followed by BV23. Well, I have to say that this looks very good so far. Okay, and the darkest color will be BV29. And after you are finished with the darkest color, you can blend everything with EV23 and add some highlights with the black color pencil. Okay, and after we are finished with the right arm, we can continue like this with the rest of the fur. Perfect. And after coloring, I like to go over some parts of the drawing with the pen to clean it up a little bit. And don't forget the blood. Okay guys, we are almost done with the drawing. Let's finish the last transformation of BANASES with an epic aura. I am using the color BV31 here. And now we are adding the last highlights with BV23. The coloring part took me about 17 minutes. So, this is the drawing. But before we end this video, I would like to show you all the transformations of this guy. So let's go. And the original time for this freehand draw was about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my first tutorial. I hope you enjoy. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, that's it from me. I'll see you next time.